All right, welcome everybody to 30 Days to Silver. My name is Trina Sette. I'm a gold leader with Young Living, and I'm super excited to share with all of you how I got to silver in 30 days. So first I want to tell you a little bit of a story, kind of my history, just for context. So this is not my first rodeo. I previously joined 8 other network marketing companies, and I failed miserably. Failing forward, as it turns out, but from skincare to telecommunications, vitamins, travel, that crazy wrap thing, I've pretty much done everything. So it started out with a lot of excitement, the energy, the vibe of the group. That's kind of what attracted me to network marketing. Also that feeling of possibility. I really got excited about being in the room with people, and I thought that I had a lot of friends that would want to do that with me. So I went out, I signed up people, I got really excited. I went to all the events, I attended meetings, or I hosted them in my house like every Monday night. And in every instance, it turns out my friends and family were not as excited as I was. Anybody know what I'm saying? Drop a 1 in the comment box if you know what I'm saying. They were super excited to come to my house and eat lasagna and drink wine, but they were not interested in like really growing a business. The worst part though was when someone told me no. So after hearing this a few times, 4, 5, 6 times, I would quit. I 100% believed in network marketing, hence the 8 tries, but it didn't work for me. So I had no idea how to be a leader, how to help my teams grow their teams. I decided I was never doing network marketing again. Anyone been there? One there, right? Not doing it, it's done for me. So in December of 2015, my husband decided to separate and left me financially unstable. I had been buying products from a company, but not really doing the business side of it. I needed money to cover the loss of my husband's income. So I decided, it's a very key word, if all these military wives could get this massive checks and bonuses from the company, so could I. So I turned on YouTube and started studying success, and the heavens opened and Jack Canfield started talking to me about how to get from where I was to where I wanted to be. So I was hooked. I dove headfirst into the world of personal development, and I soon realized I had the answer to network marketing problems. So I had zero accountability. Nobody cared if I did well or not. I had no boss to fire me. There was just me. So when the going got tough, I basically fired myself. I gave up. So what I learned and what I did in 2018 was I launched my own professional accountability partner business and my online course in 2019. I was doing really well my first year in business, so I had no intention of ever joining another network marketing company. My dream was to help people already in network marketing companies, right? So what I did was heard about Jack, that he was thinking about using essential oils at his seminars. So I thought, why not? It wouldn't hurt to enroll just in case he decided to run with it. And so I did. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't sell anything. Nothing. I wasn't doing any of that. But then COVID happened, and kind of the rest is history. So I breathed in these amazing oils on a call with Jack and Dr. Ben Perkis, and my troubled mind became clear. And when I say that, if you know my story, I was really flip-flopping between doing Young Living and doing my accountability partner business. And when I breathed in the oils, I got some clarity that I could do both. I did not have to pick one. And so I decided in that instant that I was going to run with this. And in the next 30 days, I ranked up not just once, but 4 times. And I wanted to help everyone else do the same. So I began hosting 30 Days to Silver calls every Sunday night, just like the one you're on right now. Only I told everyone, just go make a post like I did with Jack and you'll grow fast too, right? Not exactly. A couple weeks ago, I realized that people were not having the same success that I was. And what was different? And then I went to Diamond Bound, that event that Catherine Trustain was talking to us about with Jordan Schrank. As soon as she came on and started talking, I had this just like supreme download, and I realized that what I had done to get from where I was from distributor to silver was I had a system. I just didn't know it was a system. So what I had to do was write it out and figure out what I did and how I got there specifically so that I could share that with you. And so that's what I've done. I've chunked it down into an easy to follow PowerPoint presentation. Um, it's not everything, but it's what you need to know so you can start earning cash right now. So personal development takes time, but what I'm going to show you at the end of this presentation is only going to take a few days. So I invited my friend and fellow Young Living team member, Catherine McNulty. She's going to join me tonight, and she's going to share their first few slides with us and kind of kick it off so you're not just listening to me the entire time. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, thank you so much. And so for those of you who don't know me, hi, Jackie. My name is Catherine McNulty, and unlike Trina, I really didn't think I ever had a need for multi-level marketing. And I had tried one, but I was only a product user. So my background is in science. I have a degree in biochemistry. I got interested in holistic health and have a certification in holistic health. And what I'm super excited about with all of this is the convergence really of holistic health, functional medicine, personal medicine, really coming together. And I think I love how the oils are playing in that. And so I think it's an opportune time to be doing this. It's a time to be growing the business. So you guys are exactly where you should be. So this is 30 Days to Silver. So what are we going to cover tonight? Well, first thing, if you want to build a business, you need to understand the compensation plan. So we are going to show you how to do that. We're going to go through rank qualification, what that means, and how you rank up through the organization. We'll differentiate rank qualification with silver-bound bonuses and what that means and how magnificent silver-bound bonuses are. So you really need to understand what those are to get you jump-started. Everyone asks, how long do I have to earn the silver-bound bonuses? So we're going to go through that so that's really clear for everyone, because that's a popular conversation to have. And then we're going to go through what's the difference between a sponsor and an enroller. So this is something that particularly newer people tend to get tripped up on. So we're going to go through and make sure that you have a lot of clarity on that. We are also going to talk about how to move a new member. So say, for example, you enter a sponsor or an enroller, not the way you want it to be, and you need to make a quick change. We're going to show you how to do that so that you don't have to worry. If you do make an error, you can just correct it. So no problem there. We're going to talk about the people who you then want to sell to, right? And these people fall into two different categories. Some people are really interested in Young Living because they know the products, they love oils, and they want to talk about it. Some people are business builders. So we're going to differentiate those two to get clear, because you want to, take that and have it as an understanding between the two. Then Trina is going to talk about how to structure maximum compensation so that you can get the most money most quickly. And then why you should use the silver-bound strategy, why you should get started with that. And number 10 is the duplicatable system, right? So that's the meat of all of this. So hello. See, anybody can do this business. So duplicatable system, you want to stick around for this. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so compensation, jumping right in. So what we want to do here is make sure that you know where the compensation videos are so that you can go find them. So by now, we're hoping that you all know about the virtual office, right? You're going to live by your virtual office. And what you're going to do is under member resources, you are going to find YL Central, or for Young Living Central. And you're going to click on that and then go all the way over to where it says Share Young Living. And that's what's depicted on the right side of the screen. So there's 3 things that you want to start with, and it's those top 3 videos. There's compensation 101, compensation part 2, so same thing, and then compensation part 3. So each of the first 2 videos are only 8 minutes in length, and then the third video is 20 minutes. But what I want to reiterate is that 30 minutes is so critically important. So we want you to know how to find that and make sure that you go and take the time to do that. Rank qualification. So what is rank qualification? This is really how you rank up in the organization. Everybody, no matter where you are in the organization, if you look at the top row of the chart that's shown here, everyone needs to get 100 PV, meaning if you want to build the business, you need to spend 100 PV. And that goes from the day you become a distributor all the way up to when you become a Royal Crown Diamond. So what's next with that? Oops, sorry. Did we slip? Can you go back 1 slide, Trina? Perfect. So rank qualification, again, so going from distributor, where you've just joined the organization at 100 PV, to ranking up to a star. And when you're a star, you need to have an organizational volume of 500. Now that means that you could spend $500 yourself and get the 500 PV that way, or you could enroll someone else to get that total 500 PV. So your 100 plus any other 400 to go with that. Moving up to senior star, again, you're only spending your 100 PV, but what you need to have organizationally is 2,000. And you can structure that however you want to do it. If you can spend your $100 and find somebody else to put a $1,900 order in, you will rank up to senior star. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, good. Now moving to executive, again, you're only having to spend 100 PV yourself, but this time you need a 4,000 organizational volume. And what's different about this one is you need to have 2 legs, each of which are a minimum of 1,000, meaning you need to have 2 people who you've personally enrolled. And then moving to silver, again with your 100 PV, I'm hoping you're noticing the pattern there. But now you need to have a 10,000 organizational volume, but 2 legs, each at, instead of only being 1,000, they now need to be 4,000 each. And then we can move forward from there. So we're stopping at silver, but you can look at the rest of the chart and you can see what you would need to rank up at each level all the way to Royal Crown Diamond. Okay, so let's jump to the next slide. Now, in contrast to the rank qualification are the silver bound bonuses. And this, you really want to think of the silver bound bonuses as a gift that Young Living is giving to you. And it's a way for you, as you start, to rank up relatively quickly and to make money right off the bat. The thing that's going to make you excited about this business, the thing that's going to make the people you enroll in this business is the ability to make money quickly. So that's what this does. So, and again, this is differentiated from the rank qualification that we were just talking about. So in order to hit star, and again, everyone starts at distributor, you have 2 months to hit star. And what that means is that within 2 months, you have 2 legs, each of which are at 200 OGV, right? So it's 2 people underneath you, 2 people that you want to run in your business. So maybe it's your mother and your sister, maybe it's your husband and your brother. It doesn't matter as long as you have the 2. The total organization volume needs to be 500. So the easiest way to do that is, again, remember, you're putting in your 100 PV and then you have 200 PV from each of your 2 legs, which is 400. 400 plus 100 is 500. And when you do that, you get a $50 bonus, right? So that's immediate money in your pocket, which is great. With the Senior Star bonus, you then have 3 months from the time you hit star, not including the month in which you hit star, to move to Senior Star. And at this time, you have to have 2 legs, each at 500 OGV and a total volume of 2,000. And when you achieve that, you get a whopping $250 bonus. To move to executive, again, once you hit Senior Star, you then have 3 months to move to executive. So we're going to go through those months exactly. So if you have questions, we can talk about that in the next slide. But with executive, you have 3 months to hit that from the day you hit Senior Star. This point, you have to add 1 additional leg, meaning now you're going to have 3 legs. So maybe you've added another friend. Your total organization volume has to be 4,000, and that additional leg needs to be a minimum of 500. So again, Young Living has structured this in a very specific way to help you be successful, and they're rewarding you for doing that. So when you hit the executive bonus, you get $500. So once you hit executive, then you get to move on. Your target is silver. So this time you have 4 months to hit silver. There is, again, that same leg that we were talking about. You have 3 legs. That additional leg, instead of being 500 like it was on the executive bonus, now you need to have that at 1,000. And your total organizational volume needs to be 10,000. When you achieve that, you get an additional $1,500 bonus. So again, you want to pay attention to this as you're building your business. You want to know where you are. Are you a star? Are you a Senior Star? And then you want to know where you're headed so that you can get momentum and build cash quickly. Now, the one question that everybody asks is, how long do I have to earn these silver bound bonuses? So the one thing that we want to drive home is that the month that you achieve your status, whether it be star, Senior Star, executive, or silver, that month does not count. So when it says 3 months to hit executive from Senior Star, that means, so here you hit Senior Star in June, you have 3 months through the end of September to hit executive. Does that make sense to everyone? So enroller and sponsor. So this is something that a lot of people make more difficult than it needs to be. So when you start out and you've just joined Young Living and let's say you're enrolling your very first person, that's such an exciting time. When you're doing that, you are both the enroller and the sponsor because you're putting them on your team, right? So the enroller is the person who's introducing the new person to Young Living and walking them through the registration process. Now the sponsor can change. When you're new, the sponsor, you are the enroller and the sponsor. As your business grows, you have the ability to enroll people and place them on your team underneath other sponsors. So that's where the sponsor could be different. And Trina's amazing tip is that whenever you are getting ready to enroll someone else, you should know ahead of time where you're going to put them. Where on the team do they need to be so that you're achieving your Silver Star bonuses and you're ranking up appropriately. And again, if that's something that you need more help with as your business grows, that's what your upline is there for. That's what we're here to support you with. So let's say, for example, you enroll and you make a mistake. You put the person on the wrong team or you do something that you want to change. Well, there is a wonderful live help that you really want to get familiar with. And the live help is right here, up on the top right within your virtual office. And you, well, actually, yeah, anywhere on your screen. And then you can just click on that. They're going to ask you, where are you located? Are you in the United States? Would you prefer English or Spanish? And then there, you just have to scroll down and hit the chat button. They're going to ask you who you are. Whenever you go to the live help, the live chat, they're going to ask you for the same things every single time. They're going to ask you for your member number. They're going to ask you for a 4-digit PIN. And then they're going to say, how can we help you? Now, what we do with the 4-digit PINs is make sure that they are the last 4 of the person's cell phone number. And there's a really good reason why we do this. This allows other people to potentially help you. So when let's say, for example, I had to help a member of my downline. When I go to live help, I need to be able to put in their member number and their PIN number, and then I can actually ask a question for them. So that's just something that we've come up with. Now, when you want to move,
I want to interrupt and say, the PIN is different than your password. We don't share our passwords. I can't place an order for you. I can't go into your account. The PIN number is just for live help. So don't be worried about giving away your PIN number, like that somebody could come and do something. So just wanted to clarify, differentiate that there. Go ahead. Sorry,
right,
Catherine.
Exactly. And in this scenario here on the left, you can see there is what wants to happen is there's a member named John Smith, and we want to move him. We want to place him under June Smith. In order to do that, you need to be able to say John Smith member number, and you put his member number in there, to be placed under June Smith, and then you include her member number. I will keep the enroller. So you want to just be really clear with the team. Okay, so this is so that you can help some of your downline and so that you know how to do it yourself. And note, if you're enrolling a friend of a team member, that team member would become the enroller, not you, right? So if you're just helping someone, you're not the enroller, they would be. You're just helping them get started. So it's the person who's really going to be supporting them the most that should be in the enroller. And okay, so changing gears a little bit. The type of people that you're enrolling, you're going to have 2 types of people who are product users and people who are business builders. So if you want to know the difference, here's what it is. There are people who don't necessarily want to build the business. These are the people who love oils. They're enthralled with toxic-free living. They want the Thieves products. They're really interested in their own personal health and wellness. They've heard about the Ninja line and they want to use that. And they really want high quality oils to support their health. Those people are your product users. Now that's very different than someone who is a business builder who has come because they've heard of the opportunity. And they've heard that there are right now 4,000 people a day across the globe joining Young Living, right? So these people are the people who want to jump on board with that. They understand multi-level marketing. They know what the 4-year career is about. And they really, their goal is to start building a business and really creating something sustainable that's going to bring them some true income. And again, the third bullet here is you can be both, right? For example, I started as a business builder and I am in love with all the products, and I do not foresee a time in my life when I will not be using these products into the future. So again, you can be one or you can be both, but just keep in mind you're talking potentially to different people, and you want to make sure that you understand that before you go talking all business all over them in case they are just a product user. Okay, and I'm going to pass it over to Trina, who is going to talk more about how to structure for maximum compensation.
Yes, yay. Nice job, Catherine. Can we just give her some love and tell her how awesome she is in the chat? I would love to see that. So now what I want to do is just go a little bit more in depth on how to structure your members for maximum compensation. So when we're getting started, and I will tell you, having been in 8 other network marketing companies, this is the first time I have ever been in a company where, first of all, you could enroll someone and move them and put them on the team that you wanted them on, in addition to being able to sell your company or, you know, create a legacy income. But this is amazing, absolutely amazing that you're able to do this. So a lot of people will, in traditional network marketing, you enroll 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, it doesn't matter. And then it just kind of depends on if they decide that they're going to do it, if they're going to be a business builder or just a product user. And you could end up with hundreds of people on your front line. And what Young Living said was, well, why don't you group these people together and create a team of people instead of everybody working on their own? It's such a fabulous idea. So let's just say you enrolled and you decide that you want to be a business builder and you want to create a legacy income with this company. So you enroll and you place your 100 PV order, and then you enroll Max and Amy. And if you look in your office, you're going to see your name right next to this star right here. Here's your 100 PV order. Now underneath here is Max, and Max put in a $233 PV order. And here's Amy, and see she has this little plus mark right there. That means that it's not just Amy, it's Amy and one other person. Very important. If you click on this in your virtual office, it will open up, and that's how you're going to see your entire team. Okay, so she put in a 100 PV order, but someone on her team also did a 100 PV order, because you can see the OGV for Amy is 200. So her 200 PV plus Max's 233 PV plus your 100 PV equals 533 PV, and you get a $50 bonus right here when that happens. So you enrolled in May, and you had all of June and all the way until July, the last day of July, to qualify to get this star bonus. To reach senior star, we're basically doing the same thing twice. So here's you. When you go senior star, they're going to make you hot pink. You still have a 100 PV order minimum, but this month, say it was convention, and so you put in a large order, a 475 order. Your first leg is Emily. I don't know why they changed the name of it. Now Emily has to have 500 on her leg, and Amy has to have 500 on her leg with her and the team. So you can see these are plus marks right here. That means it's not just one person. That means there's more than one person. So this Emily's team right here has Emily put in $100 PV order, but her and plus her team is 935. So it's over 500. And here's Amy. She put in a 203 PV order, but her plus her team is at 612. That means your total OGV is $2,022.85. That means you just got a $250 bonus from the company. Okay, so now I'm going to go to executive. Now here is where we're going to add another member of our team. You still are only required to do a 100 PV. Emily's leg is required to be at 1,000. Amy's is at 1,000, and you need a third leg at 500. Okay. You need a total of 4,000 OGV, and this is what it would look like in your back office. Here's you as an executive. You placed a $312 order. You have now 3 teams, 1, 2, 3, Emily, Grace, and Amy. And Emily is at $19.94, and Amy is at $13.31. And here's Grace. Grace hit, as soon as Grace hits 580, goes over 500, you are now an executive and earned that $500 bonus. Does that make sense? Let's do this. If it makes sense, drop a 1 in the chat. And if it doesn't make sense or you have a question, drop a 2, and we will go back and look at it when I get to the end of this. So now here's silver. This is why we're all here, is for silver. Once you reach, for you to get to silver, same thing, here you are. You're only required 100 PV. Now your teams have grown from 1,000 each to 4,000 each. 2 of your teams grow to 4,000. And then you have that outside third leg that's at a minimum of 1,000. And that's where, if you look at the old slide, I got really confused because I thought I had to have an additional leg at 1,000. So I thought I had to have 4 legs. So when I got started, I was building 4 teams. But you only need 3 to get all of these things. So all of the people I had put on that 4th leg, I could have, helped them sooner or moved up sooner or done it quicker than 30 days. But I'm just saying, you only need 3 teams. So here, silver, this is the sign for silver. You have 1 leg that is a senior star. She's a senior star, but it doesn't really matter. There was over 4,000 in this leg. On the second one, there's over 4,000 in this leg. And then here's your 3rd leg. It went over 1,000 and you were over a total of 10,000 in sales. So now you're at 11,857. I think that I was about 12,000 when I hit silver also, because you have legs that are still growing while you're still trying to grow that 3rd leg. So I think I had 1 leg that had like 6,000 and 1 leg that had like 4,500 maybe in it. And then that 3rd leg hit 1,000 and I earned that $1,500 bonus. Does that make sense? All right, so those are the things. I'm going to click on the chat real quick. Hold on 1 second. Do you want to monitor it? Can you, Catherine, go? Is there any questions in the chat? Any questions?
Yeah, the question was, can you talk through the difference between OGV and PGV?
Okay, so PV is an equalizer. It's a point volume. That way people who enroll in Mexico and Australia and Canada and Europe and the United States all have different pricing based on the currency in their country. So in Mexico, they might pay, 4,000 pesos for something that we paid, say, with our starter kits, 165. So what they do is they make the starter kit have a point value. So it doesn't matter what you're spending, it is equal because everyone gets paid the same. Like, I don't know what the currency exchange rate is, but let's say I earned $100 in commission. That could mean 5,000 pesos in Mexico, right? So to equalize everything, they give everything a point value. So it's personal volume, and that's what that's worth. OGV is your order plus your entire team's orders point values of what they put in. So that's your overall group volume. All right, so why silver bound? It really is easy to understand. The more time you spend in your back office and you're watching like how it grows, it's so much easier to handle 3 teams than it is 100 different members. It's very flexible, meaning if you do miss I missed the $50 bonus. I enrolled in December, but I wasn't going to do this as a business. And you have 2 months, so December didn't count. I had all of January and all of February to enroll 2 people and start 2 teams, and I didn't do it. So I didn't get that $50 bonus. However, when I decided to run with Jack in April, I was able to not only, I hit the level, the rank of silver because I had 500 in volume. Even though I didn't get the $50 bonus, it went immediately into the next bonus of Senior Star of the 250. So even if you don't get one bonus, you can still earn it. If you hit Senior Star 6 months after you started, you can still get the executive bonus. It's still there for you. It's just set up and structured for you so that you don't have 100 teams of people just all over the place. It makes it very manageable. All right.
Can you change from buyer to a distributor? So if somebody signs up just to be a wholesale customer, I think is what they mean, and they decide they want to become a distributor.
Oh yeah. You can be a distributor and decide you just want to be a customer, and you can be a customer and decide that you want to be a distributor. Nothing changes. The only time there's really a difference is if you enroll as a retail customer, you're paying retail prices. Say you're paying $100 for an order. If you become a distributor, you would just go from being a retail customer to being a wholesale customer. And the great thing about this is it's the invisible income opportunity. All you do is share your member number. So once you share your member number with someone and they decide they want to enroll people, they would put in your member number as being the person that referred them, and then you would get the credit for it, right? As a retail member, you don't earn any commission on anything. I personally have never enrolled. I have almost 300 people on my team. I've never enrolled a retail customer ever. I want them to get the 24% discount. So I just enroll them. This is just the way that we do it. It's just how it's better for them to get the savings, to get 24% off their order, than it is for me to get 24% of their order off from a retail membership. And that's my opinion. There may be other people that have different opinions. So you don't have to do that the way that I said it.
All right. The next question is, well, one more. Should all orders go under an ER order? So that's a really good question.
Well, in a perfect world, we would put them all under an ER order, because you guys get cash back when you do ER orders. The truth of the matter is, though, I have my order going at the beginning of the month, and all the time something comes up in the oily lounge or somebody does an unboxing, and I'm like, ooh, I want that, and I want that. For instance, our holiday kickoff that happened yesterday. There are 2 orders. You're only allowed 1 essential rewards order for the month, and that's the one you get cash back on. That is why there's another button called shop, and you can go into that shop order and add in your orders for later in the month at any time. And now that we have free shipping, you can order whenever you want, pretty much. Every time you put in a 100 PV order, you get that.